Hello, I'm looking for a quote on my cable.
Trying to know my secret to neat consumer units. This is a little bit wild. Well, that straight away gives me a lot of faith. It's eye level for somebody. I needed this. I'm an idiot.
Get out of my ear holes, haters. Oh, no!
They're not even getting opened, because once you pop, you can't stop. Today I'm going to try and do the nicest consumer unit I've ever done. We've got this flush mount one, which in the UK is quite rare. Well, I say it's rare, it's not rare really on new builds and things, but because so many British houses have been wired 100 years ago with the feeds in ridiculous places tucked under stairs in little cupboards and things like that, and we just keep coming and retrofitting and adding to that and adding to that. It's never changed and it's never put in a convenient place, whereas all the Australians and Americans and Irish that complain about that, you'll be proud of this. Look, it's going to be right there, which is okay, it's breast level for me, but it's eye level for somebody. It's eye level for the average person, and it's been marked out and cut. I was a bit confused when I first arrived because I saw all of this and this box here, but I think what has happened is all the cables actually come into here, but they've run all the new circuits to here, but it comes out of that down into this, and it's just jointed in there, which is actually not nearly as confusing as I was expecting it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label these all up, figure out what they all are, take it off the wall, get this installed in there flush, and just start dressing it all in. It's a nice little job. Well, that straight away gives me a lot of faith in whoever has done things in here and whoever's made the decision, so that is really nice. It's even labelled. Oh, I needed this. A nice good quality job where I could just focus on making it look neat. Oh, that's made me happy. So basically, John has come here and done the EICR. I've not actually seen that certificate yet, so Reuben's just, I think what I'm going to get for Reuben is he can start doing some remedials, see what they are, see if he can spot them himself as well. If it literally does do that, I think nearly every circuit is just going straight out and down. Let's grab my tester. Literally every circuit's going up and down, so I'm not going to bother wasting my time unwiring this board because none of the cables are going to it anyways. They're all coming from down here. So I'm just going to cut this board out, get it off the wall and get cracking. People seeing this without context will probably think this is a little bit wild, probably think that I'm handling a non-payer or something, cutting out a board. Nope. They'll have to watch the video and see.
On Trainify, by the way, it literally says there's 2 remedials.
Actually, I should have taken a before picture. I do this every time. We have amazing customers.
Oh, no, no. What?
I lost my whole biscuit in the tea. British problems. That's you if you were a pineapple. Okay. It's cute, innit? I feel like we need something for perspective. Oh, I can't touch the customer's fruit. Otherwise I put it on your head for some perspective. There's no point unwiring stuff that's coming off. Sounded ominous. Was that a threat? I find if you're overly specific with details in things like that, like what Max just said, you sound ominous. Like if I said to you, enjoy the rest of your day, fine. If I said to you, enjoy the next 12 hours, all of a sudden it's a threat.
You're not wrong. No, what was that psycho laugh?
I hope you sleep well tonight. I hope you wake up tomorrow. I hope you wake up feeling good tomorrow. You know, why is it different? It's the same thing, it's just more specific, and that's the funny nuances.
This could just be your audition for the Joker.
It could be, it's just the funny nuances of the English language. I like it. Oh, look at that. Cool, isn't it? An old fabric overhead line, probably asbestos in that cable, so probably
Good thing you got your training.
probably won't touch it. I've got an asbestos training course tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll be safe to deal with it, whereas today I probably shouldn't touch it. They need to be brought forward, don't they? So they're flush. Do you remember the time of planking? That was a weirder time. When you
Where
had
you
to
just lay flat on
no,
them.
people just lay like that, like
Yeah.
in random...
Yeah. And then people would be like on top of fridges.
Yeah,
things like
but then
that.
people were dying. They used to be planking onto the
Yeah.
Empire State Building and stuff. Right, so that's it all off. So now we've got the actual circuits going out to their respective locations. So now I can get that new board mounted in. I need to figure out how to actually make it sit flush. And once I've figured that out, shit, I meant to do that. Once we've figured that out, I can start wiring, which is lovely. And it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So this little strip, it's a EnviroBurst strip. So what it does is basically, if there's ever a fire, it explodes and extinguishes the flames. I'm trying to get into the habit of putting them into boards, just on the front cover. So if there was ever a fire, this would heat up and pew, explode, putting out the flame. I got this little drill and tap set yesterday, Parkside. Got it yesterday in Lidl, and I'm very happy with it. So, what I'm thinking is, rather than drill the lid and make holes in the consumer unit, I reckon what I could probably do is just tap this out. You're gonna tap a consumer unit? Oh, you're not allowed to do that. I can hear all the comments already echoing in my ear holes. But guess what? Get out of my ear holes, haters. It's not your space. That is my space. So, I'm just gonna put a thread very awkwardly into here. Let's see if that's worked. Just close your eyes when you're drilling metal, when you're blowing out metal schwarf. I'm just going to put a slight thread on this side with my little tap set. Oh, this is such a nice set. Got it from Lidl for like £10. How much would that be if that was worth? And I'm not kidding. It is really doing the same job. Okay, I'm not drilling like stainless steel or anything, but still. Lovely stuff. I knew that would come in handy. So now, we've got our EnviroBurst strip in there. So if there's ever a fire, that will explode and put the fire out. But in my consumer units, there will be no fire. They're not even getting opened because once you pop, you can't stop. This is my little heat gun. I've misplaced the tip for it. I'm trying to put these little bougie touches on it. Mark these off and start to build this board here. Because now technically I can really, because it all slides over. Crossing off breakers as I pop them on, just to make sure I don't miss any circuits. Another 32.
So when Johnny Boy was here, the EICR, I can't speak, EICR King, he spotted something in the loft that there's just basic installation showing into a JB. So I've just got to go up there, stick my mask on, bring a torch up, Max will follow me, like always, and then just re-terminate that. Looks like there's a lot in this loft that doesn't look very good. So this is the picture that we've got to find up in the loft. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be over that way, I think. Wouldn't make much sense for it to be over here. Oh, Johnny Boy. Where is this? No, it's not over here. Well, we found it. If I literally took one step this way, I would have seen it. So this is the culprit, right there. So as you saw, there's basic insulation showing around the edges on 2 or 3 of the cables. So I'm gonna try either put it in a Wago box if the cables are long enough and they'll reach into one of them, or try salvage this JB. There's a little bit of slack, as you can see, on this cable, and there's a little bit of slack on the others. So I'm hoping to get a Wago box in it, but I might have to cut open a couple of slots on the Wago box to help it so that I can put the cables in either side, because on the Wago boxes they've got 2 entries, but on the same side, which is a bit annoying, and it's not going to work for this. But yeah, sure I can salvage something.
Alright, so I've got this in. It's all cable tagged up, kind of roughly. Now it's time to get this thing actually inside. This should be a bag of fun, I'm sure. So annoying. This little rivet here that was popped through, that's just popped out. I was just trying to spin this on, and I noticed that's popped out. And I don't have like a little stud welder or anything to actually fix that, so that is a problem. I've got an idea to put it right. I think what I'm going to have to do is just get a metal self-tapper, like a pan head wood screw, and just screw it in sideways, and that will have to hold it steady, because it's the actual thread on the screw. It's annoying because I've got a tap set but I haven't got a die set, because really it needs running through a die and then some method of fixing it onto there, because yeah, I don't know, it's really annoying to be honest, but it is what it is, so I've got to find a solution for it. Trace this one out for me, because it says garage. Might be worth just going and looking and see where the garage is and seeing what's in there, and then we'll long lead it, just to make sure we can definitely verify what it is.
So I spoke to the customer asking to get into the garage, and he said, yeah, I'll let you in, but there's no supply there right now because they had some work done and the supply got cut off, but it has left us with this socket that's on a 6mm radial, I assume by itself. So I can't remember if it's 6mm or 10mm back there, but I'll just double check with Cory and then we'll bell it out just to make sure that's the one.
What's it doing?
It used to run to a socket and then from there into the garage, but
right.
They cut it off and now it's just in the socket on its own.
So it's just literally doing a socket.
But John said, I'll basically just, if you ever wanted to supply, we could just stick a whisker box over it and run it back
smart.
to the garage.
Okay. Do you want to know my secret to neat consumer units? Should I tell our audience? The thing is, if I told them my secret to neat consumer units, then I'd lose my edge. Do you know what I mean? What is it? What's my secret?
Heat shrink on a couple of cables.
My secret's heat shrink on a couple of cables. You're so wrong. My secret, you wouldn't even understand. You wouldn't even comprehend. My secret, I'll tell you, is cranberries. Yeah, cranberries. Like, okay, I'll show you. Okay, so imagine I'm stripping a cable normally. Now you can't film this because I don't want people knowing my secret. I'm stripping a cable normally, you know, just whatever. I'm too uptight, I'm too stiff. I just need to mellow out a little bit. I need some cranberries. That's what I need. Why do you think I've got these bad boys in? So when I'm stripping without, it's just flipping deadly. I mean, I could just whatever way you like. But anyway, that's a trade secret. I discovered that one by accident, but it stays between us. It's not just John that gives you tips on this channel. Okay, so this cable here is far too short. So I'm just going to extend it so that it actually reaches inside the consumer unit, but I wanted to do it with a through crimp. Oh, actually, let's put the sleeve on first, that would be annoying. actually the insulation that's sliding back. It's not the copper pulling out, so we're good there. So I've got it. I'm not finished yet. I want to put some finishing touches on it, make it look a little bit nicer, but I'll show you a couple of bits I'm not as impressed with. This rivet here popping out down there, so I've ended up having to use a stainless screw and washer. So that's a little bit annoying. And also the fly leads on these functional neutrals are so short. For like, you can see 15. I wanted them all to have nice sweeps on them, but I literally couldn't. They just had to go where they were going. Whereas other than that, I'm really impressed. Like, you know, Hager have made a beautiful board here, but I think there's been a few people saying for a while, why do they make their functional neutrals so short? Because by the time you get to 18, that cable is a zigzag across them. Whereas the fuse box boards, I find them so much easier to dress in and make look really, really neat, because the functional neutrals are so long, so I can put them all down and round the corner and pop them in. Maybe there's some scientific reason for it, or some scientific excuse. But if that was different, then I really feel like I could do it a lot better and do a much neater job. Yeah, anyway, I'm being a baby. It's still a nice job. I'm still proud of my work. I don't like it when I feel like I know I could have done better if I did it slightly different. But that thing that needs to change is kind of out of my hands of realms of control. I need to contact our office about getting a crimper. I've swapped to the smaller van and I've just realised I don't have my big crimpers for 16mm, and I don't even have any 16mm through crimps in my van because I wasn't aware that I'd have to crimp these cables. When I came here, it wasn't on the job spec. I thought I'd test out our customer service by just ringing directly. Maybe I should do the whole ping pong ball and bounce it twice and then drop it on the floor. Let's see if they pick up quickly.
Welcome to Artisan Electrics. Please wait a moment while we connect you to one of our team. Thank you.
I don't know who that is in the company, but they've got a very nice voice.
Thank you for calling Artisan Electrics. No one is available to take your call at the moment. If you could please leave your name and a number, and someone will get back to you as soon as possible.
Hello, I'm looking for a quote on my cable.
No, not really. I just need a crimper, and I couldn't get through, so I thought I'd give you a call. Thanks. That's going to confuse them for sure. Well, looks like they dropped the ball on that one. So here is a classic example of the confusion between earthing and bonding. So something that's important to remember is earthing is about magnitude. So your adiabatic equation and that kind of thing, it's minimizing resistance to increase the potential for current flow, so that in a fault your protective devices will operate quickly and effectively. Whereas bonding is completely different. Bonding is about any exposed or extraneous parts to the electrical system, you want to keep them at the same values so that you can't get that potential difference to create issues. For the gas pipes entering the building, you bond it to make sure that it's at the same potential as the electrical system. So you'd bond it via an MET. I guess you could argue that putting an earth rod in for bonding would be okay if the house is on TT, but the house isn't. The house is on a PME system, so you can't have that because the resistance value between my ZE and whatever the resistance would be on this pipe would be completely different. So I'm introducing a potential difference into the property. So what I have to do is actually chop this off. So I'll chop off that and I'll remove this. Comment below if I'm wrong, or if there's a reason or a situation or a special location, or give me your interesting earthing facts. I want to know it and I want to see them. But yeah, don't confuse earthing and bonding. One is about potential, one is about magnitude. So that's it. It's been a nice one. It's been quite fun. Just pop this on so that you can see how it all is. Got the cables all dressed in and everything. This is a dead cable, but I don't actually know where it goes to, so I don't want to cut it just in case it ever does. You find the other end of it and it's useful, but it's dead and it's not doing anything as far as I can tell. There's a couple of very small finishing touches, annoyingly, but I haven't got the bits to do it because I'm an idiot. So anyway, John is in the area tomorrow, Artisan Johnny, and he's going to finish it for us. But thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe. If you want to see more videos of me changing boards, go back and watch all the back catalogue footage of me changing boards, like this one here, or this one here, or this one here. See you next time. I've got an idea to put it right. It's okay.